Okay, this is Stadium Steve. Today we are traveling to San Francisco, California to see the Giants play the San Diego Padres at Oracle Park in San Francisco. Because we had to fly in, the easiest way to get to the stadium from the airport is by taking the BART and then transferring over to the San Francisco Municipal Railroad, also called the Muni, and that'll take you right to the park. So let's head on over to the BART station. Okay, here we are at the San Francisco International BART station, or San Francisco International Airport BART station. You can take this into the city of San Francisco and get off at really any downtown stop, transfer over to San Francisco Muni, then you take it on over to, they'll take you on over to Oracle Park. One thing to think about when you are transferring over to the Muni is that you want to take the NJUDA line. That is the only line that will go to Oracle Park. All other lines will stop at the Embarcadero, so just keep that in mind. But here we go, get onto the BART. As I mentioned before, you can actually transfer at any downtown station from the BART to the Muni. I elected to get off of Powell Street. So here we are, we're going to transfer over to the Muni. One unique thing about the San Francisco Muni is that for the most part, they're actually light rail cars that go throughout the outskirts of the city. And then when they go downtown, they actually turn into more or less a subway system. As you can see, when we actually catch the train, it looks a lot like a light rail car as opposed to a subway. Okay, for Giants games, they also do have an S shuttle that goes specifically to the ballpark. This increases train traffic to the ballpark, but here we are going to take an NJUDA over to the stadium. Okay, here we are at Oracle Park. One thing I forgot to mention is when you take the NJUDA line, you get off at 2nd and King. Also, Oracle Park has very, very limited parking, and you have to reserve it ahead of time. So it's best to take any kind of public transportation, whether it be the BART or the Muni. Okay, like a lot of stadiums, they do have statues of some of the legendary Giants here in front of Oracle Park. First one was Orlando Cepeda, as well as Gaylord Perry. Okay, here's a statue, probably the most legendary Giant, Willie Mays. It's right in front of the stadium, in front of the Willie Mays gate, coincidentally.
I can't see Willie's name.
Okay, also something Oracle Park is really known for is its splash hits over into McCovey Cove. If a batter hits a home run over the bleachers to right field, it can actually go into the bay, which is definitely a unique feature of the stadium. And here's a statue of another legendary Giant, Juan Marichal. So here's the backside of the stadium, which, like I said, if you hit it over the right field bleachers, you can actually splash down into the San Francisco Bay. And quite often there are kayakers or people in paddle boats who are out here in the bay who could potentially get home run balls. Okay, as you can see here, there's a couple kayakers already out here, even though the game doesn't start for another couple hours. But they're here waiting, ready for a potential home run ball to come out to them. Okay, here's the backside of the stadium, which is also another unique feature. Is it does abut the bay as well with some sailboats on the backside, and there's also a statue of a seal. Okay, so that pretty much concludes our trip around the stadium. So let's head back into the stadium and see what it's like. Okay, here we are inside the stadium. One staple of the San Francisco area is the Doggy Diner. So as you can see, there's an entire line of really, really great food here. Obviously, the Slice House, you got a Skyline Bar, they got pretty much everything you want, and gourmet as well. I definitely say that this stadium does it right with regards to food. And of course, you couldn't come to Oracle Park without seeing their 3 World Series trophies here in 2010, 14, and 12.
Tell them what we got to do.
It's a City Connect Tuesday. Home game Tuesday night. City Connect.
I would say like.
I want an onion. Hey.
I'm not even sure.
one thing I did notice is that it seems like there's a lot of team shops, although there's no main team store here like other stadiums, which it is convenient if you want to get apparel. There's a lot more options, but it is always nice to see a giant team store tend to have more options that way. And here's the backside of McCovey Cove. Like I said, kayakers tend to come out here. If the ball's hit over the fence in right field, they can get balls here. And you can see, here's the field here. You can see that if you get a hold of one, you can definitely hit it out into the bay.
Like right after you finish. Yeah, just recently.
Okay, here's the view from our seats. As you can see, it's a really, really beautiful view. A little bit away from the field, but you can have a great look of McCovey Cove and a potential splash hitch. You can see down there in the corner of the fence, you can actually see maybe that there have been 106 splash hits that have gone out into the stadium since this stadium was built. I did get some food. I opted for the crab sandwich, as you can see here. One big thing about the food is they do have a lot of options, but it's very, very expensive. And I think this is probably the most expensive stadium I've been to in terms of the food. So just keep that in mind. It's probably better to eat before you come into the stadium, or at least limit what you eat here. Also, one thing about this stadium is that even though it is June and it could be hot, and it's hot in a lot of stadiums, this is right on the bay, so it tends to get a pretty good breeze that comes to the stadium, making it fairly cold. Just like the old Candlestick Park that was around, I think last in the end of the 90s, Candlestick Park had a huge amount of breeze that came through and made it very, very cold. Oracle Park's not quite that bad, but it still has a really nice breeze. So when you do come, be sure to bring a jacket or sweatshirt.
Director of Watsonville Community Hospital Foundation. Fans, let's give her a giant welcome for being.
Okay, that concludes my brief review of Oracle Park in San Francisco. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok. See you next one.